Hello, hi, and very good evening. It's about market open time in 2 minutes. I still have the same old issue with the camera that it is not working. It is doing things that I did not believe that it could do. So, yeah, we are doing it without the camera today. But nonetheless, whatever it is, we'll just start with the analysis part of it and then we'll move on to certain other things. First things first, I see on the daily chart that we actually gapped up, right? We gapped up and then we have moved upwards. So I see something that I'll tell you first. I don't know how valid that is. Only time will tell. But for the time being, I'm just about to go to tell you कि मुझे क्या समझ आ रहा है. So what I'm going to do is let's just remove everything. Okay. So this is the daily chart of Nasdaq 1 day. And if you see that we have gapped up and we are still moving upwards, right? So that's one thing that I have to be certain that we are wanting to go up. If you see Nvidia here, we closed on 98 yesterday and we are opening at 104. So we might see some profit booking on the initial few minutes. That is what I expect. And a major resistance which I think I can say is somewhere here, right? This is where I would see we might have some resistance. Yes, so this is first, and I would like to mark previous day high first before doing anything else. It might be hard, but it might come and tap that, so that is why I would like to be cautious here before doing anything. पहला बात तो ये. अब आगे चलते हैं. प्रीवियस डे ये हमने मार्क कर लिया. लो मार्क करने की ज़रूरत अभी तो नहीं लग रही है. विल सी. On the 4-hour time frame, again, this is somewhere I would still want to be cautious on the lower end of this rectangle that we have made. So I'm going to keep that in mind. We have just opened and we have tapped 980s. Chalo, ठीक है. And let's go to the 1 hour, the crucial time frame that we usually care about. So this is what we see. Right, so this is a flag, and this is more of a structure, and if you see there is a trend line currently that we are facing right now. So that is one trend line that if you want to consider, it has already tapped it. थोड़ा सा और better करें तो ये यहाँ पे है. We have tapped it, and let's see अब यहाँ से कहाँ जाना चाहते हैं हम. So this is a gray area right now if it wants to cross that and go to 147s. ठीक है, पहला तो ये. अब डेली चार्ट पे एक चीज़ मैं देख रहा हूँ. सो डबल बॉटम्स जो बनते हैं ना, यूजुअली क्या होता है कि पहला लेग ये इसका नेक, यूजुअली दिस इज़ अ डबल बॉटम, राइट? यहाँ टैप करके फिर ऊपर जाना. बट क्या होता है जब सेकेंड लेग जो होता है इसका, वो फर्स्ट लेग से ऊपर ही बनता है. सो इट वॉन्ट्स टू गो अपवर्ड्स लाइक दैट. सो दैट इज़ अ ट्रेजेक्ट्री इट माइट वॉन्ट टू फॉलो. And given 1 day ka there is a gap here, this one here which already is tapped, so this one is invalid now. Anyway, so this is the trajectory it might follow. ठीक है, पहला बात तो मार्केट के सर्कमस्टांसेस, न्यूज़, इवेंट्स, मतलब यू नो if you see fundamentals, it is not that strong कि इसे अपने कंसिडर कर पाएँ कि अभी इतना ऊपर जाएगा. बट you never know what can happen. ठीक है, पहला तो ये. अब डे लो यहाँ पर है हमारा, राइट? सो दिस इज़ अ जोन विच इट माइट वांट टू कम एंड टेक लिक्विडिटी ऑल्सो, बिकॉज इसने मार्केट को अच्छा खासा अभी बुलिश मोमेंटम दिया है. गैप अप खुल के गैप अप खुलने के बाद लिक्विडिटी ली, ऊपर चला गया. सो इट इज़ डिफ़िकल्ट फॉर इट टू कम डाउन राइट अवे हियर, इतना नीचे. पहला. अब चलते हैं 15 मिनट के चार्ट पे. 15 मिनट के चार्ट पे देर आर 2 थिंग्स दैट माइट बी टैप्ड हियर. फर्स्ट इज़ दिस, जो यहाँ से बायर्स लोगों ने पुश किया है इसे और फिर नीचे नहीं आ पाया है. दिस इज़ द एरिया वेयर इट माइट कम. सो लेट्स जस्ट चेक दिस एरिया फर्स्ट राइट नाउ. दैट इज़ अ ब्रॉड एरिया 50 पॉइंट्स, बट या दैट इट माइट कम हियर एंड देन टैप दिस जोन हियर बिकॉज इट माइट बी अ फेयर वैल्यू गैप विच वी माइट टैप. ठीक है, तो मैं एक और चीज़ करूँगा कि यहाँ पर जाके मैं इस गैप को, क्योंकि ये यहाँ पर है, तो मैं इसे 15 मिनट मार्क कर देता हूँ. ठीक है, ये हो गया. फ़िलहाल के लिए हम देख रहे हैं कि ऊपर ही जा रहा है. अब देखते हैं कितना सस्टेन कर पाता है. ठीक है। सो दिस इज़ मोटा मोटी यही है हमारा आज का एनालिसिस का पार्ट, जिसके अराउंड हम लोग प्ले करना चाहेंगे। 5 मिनट का टाइम फ्रेम ये रहा एंड दैट इज़ व्हाट आई वुड लाइक टू सी डू एंड अदर थिंग्स। चलो ये तो हो गया। और अब जिस देखते हैं अब यहाँ पे एक ब्रॉडर इंडेक्स पे, नॉट इंडियन राइट नाउ, so everything is in positive. Tesla is 5% up, Nvidia is 5% up, Apple, everything is in positive bias. So सब कुछ ऊपर जाने के बायस पे है आज के लिए तो, बट मुझे नहीं लगता कि लिक्विडिटी लिए बिना ऊपर जाने चाहिए। सो इट माइट कम एंड ट्रैप टेक लिक्विडिटी बिफोर गोइंग अप, राइट। इफ यू सी द बैंड्स, सो वी हैव टैप्ड दिस, वी केम बैक हियर एंड देन नाउ वी आर टैपिंग दिस। अगर इस ये कंटिन्यू रह गया तो फिर हम ऊपर 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 इधर तक जा सकते हैं, नॉट अ बिग डील। सो वी जस्ट सीइंग द गुड मोमेंटम हियर on the 1 minute time frame also it is going upwards. 15 minute time frame पे भी ये काफ़ी ऊपर है। VWAP ऑन करते हैं अपन अगर यहाँ पे, so that is our VWAP here. On the 5 minute also we have a VWAP here. चलो ठीक है। so do I change the VWAP color so that we have a better so I'll just check it, let's make it purplish. Yep, so we have a VWAP here much below. डे हाई लो मार्क करना चाहें तो डे लो काफ़ी नीचे है अभी के लिए। 0.3 का कैंडल ये रहा हमारा 1 आवर का कैंडल, ठीक है। तो बेसिक सा अपना चार्ट ये रहा, ठीक है। आई विल जस्ट गो टू माई अदर स्क्रीन एंड आई एम सीइंग डॉलर फॉलिंग क्वाइट हेवीली नाउ। आई एम एक्सट्रीमली सॉरी, दैट इज़ नॉट डॉलर, दैट इज़ गोल्ड. Gold has taken $200 correction from the highs. 3500 tap किया इसने. Right now we are at 3300. We have just made a double bottom, although I don't see double bottom का कुछ यहाँ पे, जब तक ये 3280 के आसपास आके नहीं आ जाए मुझे नहीं लगता ये चलने वाला है। बट देखते हैं क्या कर रहा है. Does the New York session may want to buy it? It's a different story altogether. So we just have tapped 19,007 and we are pushing lower on the end. So let's go, let's open our Chrome and this is the live thing here and this is 5 minutes, right? This is gold. So I think the double bottom might fail. So this is what I am looking at right now, the 5 minute chart. ठीक है, यहाँ पर 1 आवर का टाइम फ्रेम मेरे पास है ऑलरेडी, इसे हम लोग 15 मिनट पे कर लेते हैं. एक टाइम फ्रेम 15 मिनट का है हमारे पास और एक को हम रखेंगे 2 मिनट्स पे, 3 मिनट्स पे, आई एम सॉरी. तो चलो ठीक है. So we might want to go for liquidity sweep first and then do anything else is what I think might happen. Now liquidity sweep कहाँ तक जा सकती है? ये यहाँ तक भी जा सकती है, ये यहाँ तक भी जा सकती है और ये यहाँ तक भी जा सकती है. ठीक है, तो it might take that much. अभी देखते हैं ये क्या कर रहा है. 5 मिनट का कैंडल हमारा जो है वो ये रहा, पॉजिटिव कैंडल. अब इसके बाद ये क्या करेगा, इसके बाद ये देखना है हमें. ठीक है, सो लेट्स जस्ट वेट फॉर अ मोमेंट, देखते हैं क्या करता है, फिर अपने आगे बढ़ेंगे. Isn't that crazy? Just crazy, right? Moving that much. I hope there is no news though. यार ऐसा कोई न्यूज़ तो नहीं है जो ये पागलों की तरह बिहेव कर रहा है. If you would have thought of trading this positive candle, this is what you would have got. Crazy volatility right now. It's the Feds doing something. China tariffs likely coming down to between 50 to 65%. Wall Street Journal just published that, and that is the repercussions of that. And that is a positive news for Nasdaq and everybody, right? For Apple, for everybody, for equipments and everything. That's a crazy volatility movement right now, so I would avoid for a few minutes. All right, so it is more of a positive news right now, but there's a lot of uncertainty here. So I would like to avoid this. Moreover, what I told about gold is where we are going, that double bottom just failed and we have pushed down. So 3280 is where it has tapped and it has bounced back to 3292 on the indices. So beautiful trade if you would have taken that. 3280. Did it tap 3280 or just bounced before that? So it bounced from 3281 and 100 pips from, it actually touched 3280. So 3280, beautiful trade. you would have gotten 100 pips just like that, like in 5 minutes. Okay, crazy. Let's see if we can push up or we are going down. For me, I still believe that we might go down. Don't see a lot of positivity here. 5 मिनट के कैंडल पे भी ये 100 पिप का मूवमेंट कर रहा है गोल्ड. इट इज क्रेजी अनसर्टेन टाइम्स. एंड लुक एट व्हाट Nasdaq is doing right now. Still awaiting some confirmation or some solid news, right? USI is 100% China levi for items static to US interest. 35% for items not deemed national security threat. We still are about to decide what can happen on the front about these tech related stuff. That is why we might be pausing here. ये तो ठीक है भाई. और कुछ? China supports Iran's nuclear talks with the US.
European credit risk gauge extends decline on Trump's tariff shift.
Too risky to trade right now.
To the data. $50.7 higher than forecast of 49. Services PMI 51.4, 51.4 lower than the forecast of 52.6. Composite 51.2, 51.2 lower than forecast of 52. So looking to the European stock indexes now, Germany's DAX up 2.9%, France's CAC 40 up 2.6%, and UK's FTSE 100 up 0.9%. German bonds extend decline, 10-year yield rising 6 basis points to 2.5%.
Crazy movements. US30 is up 2.64%. That is 1,030 points. Nasdaq is up 3.68%. I would still like to wait for some time. So 1,35,000. What the? Are you crazy? Oh my god. Is it visible properly? Is everything visible properly? I hope so. Okay.
We have tested out the US PMI manufacturing.
Yep, gold's weak. Gold is weak. Gold is very weak.
US Treasury yields ticking.
We might see 3,245, 3,246. Okay, just a moment, guys. Hello.
Europe's basic resources index extending gains up 5%, set for the biggest daily percentage gain since November of 2022. So just a reminder with Trump's schedule, 11 a.m. Eastern Time he's receiving his security or intelligence briefing. 5 p.m. he's signing executive orders.
excuse me, we're climbing. Not the climb I expect. यार इसे तो ट्रेड ही करना इतना मुश्किल है ना अभी, तो मैं क्या ही बताऊँ. 5 मिनट का कैंडल ये ऐसा ऐसा बना देता है कि मैं क्या बताऊँ. However, I still wanted to drop and I feel that we might drop again. Too risky for me to trade this. Both of these actually. ये जिस तरीके से मूव कर रहा है, ये स्पाइक ऊपर भी मार सकता है, कुछ भी न्यूज़ आ जाए अचानक से. तो don't want to trade it and then regret later. If I open trading view, so we have actually 134 is where the starting resistance is for us. 135 region, we tapped 113, right? सब कुछ पॉजिटिव ही है अभी भी. टेस्ला का पॉजिटिविटी थोड़ा सा कम हुआ है. Tesla jumps. Huh? Where did it jump? It did not jump. Went down. What is an outdated news shit? शांति का माहौल है चारों तरफ. Okay, we are climbing. All I can do is, मतलब यार नहीं, अभी तो ट्रेड नहीं बन रहा. अब जिस पे ट्रेड बन रहा है वो रिस्की लग रहा है बहुत. अचानक से ये इतना मूव कर जा रहा है, क्या ही बताऊं मैं.
Dombrovskis says that we will
where do I see this going? I'll show you where do I see this going. आप हटो सर यहाँ से.
0.2% on EU economy.
I see this going somewhere here. This 3264. I'm not very sure about that though.
10 minutes away from the top of the hour, expecting Besson to speak. Now the video is on the economic calendar on his name. If you click it, you'll open up with the video.
It's too high of a stop loss.
Soon.
ये जिस तरीके से मूव कर रहा है ना, अच्छा नहीं लग रहा मुझे. I'm going to avoid trading if it does not move or behave properly. It's a bad boy right now. Look at that gold, huh? Might do things you would not want it to do. So what I'll do is I'll just take one quantity and I'll keep this here. And where is our target? यार एक लाइन तो बना लेने दे भाई. So let's go to 1 hour again. Yeah, so that's nice. Exactly वहीं तक जाना चाहिए इसे. ठीक है, अब देखते हैं कहाँ तक जाता है. We're pushing upwards now. So that is a trade that I can take now after it holds.
Falls over 3% to about $3,277.49 an ounce. Again, off the back of the Wall Street Journal citing sources, the White House.
Are we holding 120 or rejecting from 120s? Looking at some rejection here. That's a good ass rejection, not some. That's a 100-point rejection, instant rejection of almost 100 points. Wow. फिर से कोई न्यूज़ आएगा? Should have sold that actually. Look at gold, what it is doing. That nasty little kid.
This is just a quick read through of the
I'm just
report.
not going to look at gold.
Key might
गोल्ड को देखने से मुझे पैनिक होता
alpha
है.
growth hits
Actually पैनिक होता है.
as confidence slumps.
Uh,
Selling price
this looks like a short trade for me right now. I'm still uncertain, so I'm not going to trade that.
Germany's 10-year and 2-year bond yields rising to the highest since April 17th after the Wall Street Journal piece reporting White House considers slashing China tariffs.
Let's see what these kids are doing. Okay, so it is rejecting from the zone we expected it to reject, right? Yep, it is actually rejecting from the zone we expected to reject. Not quite. 144 is what I thought it would reject from. It's rejecting from the 120 region itself,
Outlook Forum,
and Tesla is dropping,
it's about
and I think so is everything else. Nvidia is dropping, Apple is just holding, not dropping as much. Tesla is, and it says Tesla jumps. क्या न्यूज़ आता है, मतलब आपको परेशान ना कर दे, ये सब पागल बना देगा. Still seeing some drop. Okay, we're still dropping. Oh, okay. You want to go here? Is that you would want to do? 964. $960 region is a good region for me. बट ये चांस वाला खेल मैं नहीं खेलूँगा. कुछ अच्छा सा दिखे तो फिर लेंगे. एक ये हमने मिस ज़रूर किया, ये हमें ट्रेड लेना चाहिए था, बट बहुत ही अनसर्टन है ना मार्केट ओपन के 25 मिनट के अंदर अंदर ये सब, तो इसीलिए आई एम अवॉइडिंग दैट. जस्ट कीपिंग एन आई हियर. वी हैव समथिंग मेजर, ही एक्चुअली स्पीक्स, तो वो प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बट स्टिल कीपिंग एन आई हियर. वो 50 पिप्स गिर के वापस से गोल्ड नौटंकी कर रहा है वहाँ पे.
we get the US new home sales units forecast of 0.685 million, with the prior 0.676 million, and a range of 0.709 million to 0.650 million. US new home sales changed month-to-month forecast 1.3%.
Looks like it wants to push.
Markets pair bets on ECB rate cuts and pricing deposit rate at about 1.65% in December from 1.55% late Tuesday.
So European mining and tech stocks actually have soared 5% on hopes that US is cooling off on China. You know, China. We are China and we're putting tariffs on China. China, China, China. Okay. I'm really hoping that this goes here. If it does, we might just have that tray for the day and we might get what we want to.
So also keep an eye on European mining and tech stocks. They soared about 5% on hopes of cooling US and China tensions. It's reported by CNBC.
Mm-hmm.
1 minute to go now. Lead with the US new home sales units. Also, reminder: best to do speak at 10 a.m. Eastern Time too. The video is on the feed.
Look at that. I mean, what the 60-70 pips ये ऐसे move कर रहा है.
Seconds.
Some news. Okay.
Zero spot 724 million. Zero spot 724 million higher than forecast of 0.685 million. US new home sales change month on month. 7.4%, 7.4% higher than the forecast. 7.3%. Besant coming through with comments here, saying IMF, World Bank serve critical roles in international system. US wants allies.
It's more than the previous one.
International financial system.
Oh my
IMF,
god, what a
World Bank
crazy
fund
day.
balance
Oh,
charters.
that's nice.
Also,
I would
no
like
one
to
who
just go
finances
break even on
migrant
this
war
one.
machine will be eligible for funds earmarked for Ukraine's reconstruction. World Bank is treating China, the second largest economy in the world, as a developing country. Is
I think I should take that. Yeah.
World Bank
Yep,
can use
taking that.
resources more efficiently for focusing on increasing energy access.
Yep.
Besson says economic stability and growth should be marked.
I should not have, I think. कहीं ये ना बोल दे कि न्यूज़ के कारण आपने जो ट्रेड लिया है वो इनवैलिड हो गया.
IMF needs to call out nations like China
Ah.
over distortive policies
But that was not a red folder news. That's an orange folder news.
or practices.
Too many restrictions on this here.
Besson says
I'll have to check ETF rules.
exporting its
I did not. That is not a red folder news, right?
administration wants to help China and the US rebalance. China can
Facts.
start reform by moving economy away from export overcapacity towards supporting its own consumers and domestic demand. If China wants to play a role in the global economy, consumerate, with its actual importance, then the nation needs to graduate up.
Not the evaluations. I would like to see news. So it allows us, so that is not a problem. एक और चीज़ कुछ दिख रही थी हमें, so वो भी देख लेते हैं. Martin Angle entering a new position larger than the previous losing position to recover is prohibited. All right, not a problem. That is all okay. So, yep, could have made 50 more on that, and we could have actually made enough for us today. घबराने की कोई बात थी नहीं जितना हम घबरा गए. What do you want to do, Nasdaq? dropping quite heavily. Could have stayed in gold. Should have. Could have. Should have. Gold was going good. Pretty good. We got $97. So that is 90 pips. 97 pips. Right. We could have stayed for more. That would have added us 3278, 7260 more. So $150. अजीब सा डे है लेकिन हाँ मतलब काफ़ी मुश्किलों वाली हालात है यहाँ पर. इसको तो कुछ भी समझ ही नहीं आ रहा अभी. पीपल आर आउट. पीपल आर वांटिंग टू वेट बिफोर डूइंग एनीथिंग एल्स. क्या आपको लगता है कि ये ट्रेड करना चाहिए हमें अभी? नहीं ना, मुझे भी नहीं लगता. देयर इज नथिंग.
Euro extending slide down about 0.67% at about
That's more of a double bottom. So
one spot one
huge risk here though.
after the Wall Street Journal report.
Do you want? Let's try.
Slashing China tariffs.
Let's try. Looks like a double bottom, so that is why I would want to try a trade here. Let's see if we can make something. 150 अगर उतना भी कर लेते हैं तो that is also okay. Yeah, nope. I'm going to close that. Don't like it.
We also do have a video that has actually started from AP. We'll put that out on the feed for you for Besant.
Yep, did not like it. This is where it could go. 82 points.
So dollar adds to gain versus safe haven Swiss franc last up about 0.95%. We have just posted that AP video where Besant is speaking on the feed. That should actually be playing compared to the other one, which is still waiting.
Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Excuse me. Gold is continuing its trajectory towards 3250 region. There's no change in that. Look at that. Untradable right now.
CNBC says China
Better to be out.
wouldn't be unilateral.
You know, your hands itch. You want to take a trade, your hands itch. खुजली होती है. ले लेते हैं यार, ले लेते हैं. फिर ये मार्केट नहीं है ट्रेड लेने लायक. That was a good trade on gold. I would not say that it was not. Should have taken another position on the C trader account. No regrets though. ये जब ऐसा करता है ना तो बड़ी मूव दे देता है, ठीक है. बट अभी के लिए ये जो मूव्स ऑलरेडी यहाँ पे हैं, बहुत खास एक्सपेक्टेशन है नहीं मुझे. Even if it wants to drop, I would not know why would it want to drop. Okay. Is that a yes for us to buy? No, those are equal highs. Not really. Feels bad. It's
According to
okay.
sources, several OPEC Plus members want the group to approve another accelerated oil output increase for June at the meeting on May 5th. Just seeing some movement towards the downside of oil, just a little bit there.
Are you prepping for a huge move? Are you prepping for that? We have tapped the resistance zone. Let me show you. You see, that is the resistance zone that we have tapped, and we're going a bit below. Nothing major though. Not very solid movements. ये क्रॉस कर जाता है इसे लास्ट लाइन को, इस चीज़ से क्रॉस करके अगर ये लिक्विडिटी लेता तो ये नीचे जाता कुछ तो, बट अभी तो कुछ खास नहीं है. ठीक है, रिजेक्शन पॉइंट था हमारा ये. We could have made some few bucks here actually. This would have been a good trade. I desperately... What? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Should we try longing? No concrete reason for me to long right now. Should have bought here. Gold shows a spike on the upside. Are you really wanting to come here? Seems like.
So now, according to a source here, White House will look at lowering tariffs on Chinese imports pending discussions with Beijing. So it's being cited by another major news right now, getting more traction. And according to a source, any steps would be in conjunction with China discussions, not unilateral. That kind of follows the same thing that the White House official has said to CNBC, that last headline. S&P 500 consumer discretionary sector up 4.5% to over 1 week high.
Like a good shirt.
US Brent crude futures falling $2 as several OPEC Plus members want group to approve another accelerated oil output increase for June, according to sources.
Closing that. I was not very confident about that. I actually want to buy from here. Gold has just pushed up 200 pips. Crazy. Crazy, gold, crazy. Made a kind of a double bottom and then pushed up. My god. Okay. So we might not have made a very bad decision there. We would have hit our stop loss. Yes, we would have hit our stop loss. So that is a good positive 3 candle where you should go long. And it works opposite for Nasdaq. It first goes down more. So I am not going to enter a trade here right now. I would like to avoid. Yes, this is what it usually does. On this setup, if you buy gold, you might have good pips. You might have some profit. It usually does give that 90%, 80% of the time. But this usually does the opposite. That is what it is doing. Now for good 20 points, I would like to sell this. I'm going to still wait some more.
Forecasted for a draw of 1.4 million compared to the prior draw of 1.958 million. Distilled inventories forecast is for a draw of 0.65 million compared to the prior draw of 1.851 million. In crude Cushing inventories, prior was a draw of 0.654 million. So let's take a look at the API data from yesterday. So crude came in at a draw of 4.565 million compared to the prior build of 2.4 million. Cushing API stock change came in at a draw of 0.354 million compared to the prior draw of 0.349 million. API distiller stock change came in at a draw of 1.604 million compared to the prior draw of 3.2 million. And API gasoline stock
For a
change
Wednesday,
came in
that's a very
at
sad
draw
movement.
of 2.180 million compared to the prior draw of 3 million last
Very
night.
sad and slow. That again looks good to buy right now. A few points, yes, looks good to buy. Why? Because it is halting there, it is not pushing down. Although 959, 960 area is where I would have liked to buy it. God knows.
Also looking at the ranges then for crude oil inventories, with a high estimate of 4 million and a low estimate of minus 0.4 million.
So we could have got some more,
High estimate of
but
0.5 million
that we
and a
would have
low
not
of
liked.
minus 3 million.
So not a bad idea to get out
Inventories
after
with a high
all.
estimate of 1.5 million.
So for a day in elite trader funding to be counted, you have to make at least 200. Given the market situation, it's crazy right now. इसलिए थोड़ा वेट ही कर रहे हैं. Okay, sir. Told you this looks like good to buy. For 20 points at least. Yes, sure, why not? If you look at the 15-minute chart, you'll think that it has if you look at the 5-minute chart, look at that, right? Started here, we still almost ranging in this first candle itself. So there is no clear trajectory. Where does it want to go? Look at that. Behaving like Indian market right now. Anyways. Buyers want to keep pushing it higher. Could not push it higher though. Okay. Not gonna buy that. This is what I think we might push for. Therefore, yep, this is
Besant says Trump's move to reorder trading system is a start on engagement with China.
it's a good. If you see now, that's a good buying, good selling, and then good buying. So looks like the sellers and the buyers know each other. When to sell, when to buy. That would have been a good buy.
Also, less than 5 minutes away until we get the crude oil inventories data. The EIA forecast a build of 1.55 million. Prior was a build of 0.515 million. Gasoline inventories forecast is for a draw of 1.4 million. Prior was a draw of 1.958 million. Distillate inventories forecast is for a draw of 0.65 million compared to the prior draw of 1.851 million. And crude Cushing inventories prior was a draw of 0.654 million.
No, I'm watching out for this level. That is why I'm cautious around here. Because of the market movement, this might act strangely. Might take it down. And whenever it is pushing up instantaneously, right? So just waiting it out, not a problem.
So just that headline of several OPEC Plus members want another output increase in June. Just being cited now by some other major news wires. Besant says China will come to
Whenever I have traded this candle, I have always hit stop loss.
sometimes it takes
You know,
external
more of a double bottom and then this candle, and then I thought, yeah, now it is going up, it will go up. I have always hit stop loss on this candle. Might do certain things today, but I have.
there is opportunity for a big deal between the US and China.
It's like it's giving you waves. अचानक से buy, अचानक से sell, अचानक से buy, अचानक से sell, झटके में.
If China is serious about rebalancing the economy, the US can also rebalance. 1 minute to go now. I'll lead with the crude EIA inventories first.
I'm just looking at what it does around times of news. Just looking at it.
Ten seconds.
So it does move. I'm going for a double bottom now. Okay.
Build of 0.244 million, a build of 0.244 million compared to the expected build of 1.55 million. Gasoline inventories, a draw of 4.476 million, a draw of 4.476 million compared to the expected draw of 1.4 million. Distillate inventories, a draw of 2.353 million, a draw of 2.353 million compared to the expected draw of 0.65 million. Crude Cushing inventories, a draw of 0.086 million, a draw of 0.086 million. Besant says we continue to have a strong dollar policy and adjust on markets.
This might push again. Just I'm going to buy that actually.
Besant says strong dollar policy is about having policies in place to attract capital flows and confidence.
Just give me enough for the day and I'm out.
Questions after remarks.
All right, I'm taking that. Not going to be flushed with my mental energy onto something like this. It might get good moves in the PM or in some time or after 5 minutes, but that's just flushing me out. It's looking risky for me. So I think after taxes and things, we have made 200. I hope this works today. So it is working today. And we took 4 trades. That was the gold trade of the longest profitable time. $13.
And we have posted out the EIA inventories report on the financial news feed for you to read through.
Total PNL is this 223. Yes, so we have made 209 after taxes and commissions and everything. That will count us. That is going to count us. And with that, I am going to close my session today because it is going to drain you. I might take trades which I won't like. I might take trades in terms of making more, and then I don't want to fuck up everything that I have made sitting an hour or so. So just gonna keep it for this much for today. Not a big problem. Tomorrow is a new day. We might have more. We'll see tomorrow. Thank you. Have a blessed good night.